Hello. Here we wanted to discuss as to what exactly is the subtle difference or the more tangible difference between an MBA and a CA. I have taken up this as a special topic for today is because when a commerce career after class 12 needs a careful deliberation, one has to necessarily choose as to whether he should go for a CA or an MBA or both. And there is a host of difference between the two curriculums, the end objective of the two curriculums, and therefore we have taken this decision as a CA and or MBA. So there will be some students who after class 12 will choose to take up the CPT or in the new syllabus the foundation exam and complete the CA, and therefore they will not touch the MBA part of the world and they will live in a world which is more accounting, auditing, taxation oriented. There will be some for whom it is or, and some will say I am going to go for the MBA program because that is more in alignment with what I want to do in life, and for some it's going to be CA and MBA. Now CA and MBA can happen either like you clear CA, enter and go for an MBA, or you clear CA final, immediately go for an MBA, or clear CA final, gain some work experience and then go for an MBA. Now whenever one kind of hears the CA versus MBA decision, you will always have this photograph flashed up of Mr. Ratan Tata saying that I need MBAs for running my business, but I need CAs to teach them how to run the business. The idea is that MBAs are exposed to all facets of the business, and therefore they will ideally take a bird's eye view of the organization, trying to understand where to take it to the next level, and they will not necessarily get into the nitty-gritties of number crunching. However, CAs are trained to look at the eye of the fish and therefore add tremendous value to an organization with respect to their MIS reports, their costing analysis, budgeting versus actual, etc. Hello. So therefore, this is Anurag Singhal and I am here because I love to share the little that I know. You can follow me by subscribing to this channel. There are around 6,300 people who've done that so far, and we would love to see this number cross 10,000 very soon. So what are the incentives for you to sign up for an MBA program? An MBA is a credible and accepted international degree that justifies your abilities to an employer. In most corporate circles, it increases your chances of getting a higher compensation and a promotion. While I say this, I do not mean that doing a CA will not help you do that. But yes, with the help of an MBA, the path to do that often becomes smoother, and it also teaches you new business skills which increase your chance of landing a new job. So I'll give you one classic example that before I had gone to IIM Ahmedabad for my 1-year MBA, I had no freaking clue about marketing, to the extent that I didn't even know what exactly was the difference between B2C and B2B marketing, what exactly is the 4 Ps and the 5 Cs of marketing, what is the McKinsey's 7S framework. Now post an MBA, I have a lot of idea even into supply chain, and therefore I can now take up a more business facing role, where my earlier role was more related to NPV, IRR and the nitty-gritties in terms of number calculations. Plus, a B school provides fantastic networking opportunities for you, and the alumni impact is one of the best takeaways that you will have. So 2 years in a B school is a safe place to figure out your next step in life. So campus life, interacting with peers, professors also helps a lot of cobwebs to be cleared and people get more clarity on what exactly they want out of life. So if you look at the work, a CA will be more working into roles such as financial controller, auditors and taxation expert. While I am looking at this part of the world, I am not necessarily talking about the world of chartered accountants who will open their own practice centered around again taxation or compliance or accounting. However, if you look at an MBA, the profile will more be aligned towards the corporate finance role. So it's far easier to get into a corporate finance role if you are actually an MBA. That's how the market perceives you. Plus, marketing roles are, in most cases, I know chartered accountants also do a lot of marketing. So in banking, a lot of regional heads in the East, in Calcutta, are people with a CA background. But still, I would imagine that an MBA will get at that initial break, which will require a far greater quantum of luck for a chartered accountant. Genman roles like a lot of these companies such as Tata's have this TAS program, or the Aditya Birla Group has this Aditya Birla Lead program. CA Birla Group again has got an Inspire Lead program of sorts. So this general management role is where they pick you fresh from the campus and groom you to become the CEO of the company in the next 15 to 20 years. You are taken as a future leader. So that's general management, consulting, MBB, McKinsey, Bain, BCG, and then the Accentures and A.T. Kearneys of the world, iBanking and VCPE. Now, these are two different profiles, and I would imagine that yes, there is some difference in the way the market perceives readiness to accept these roles. Now, again, in terms of work, what do you know is that as a CA, you will have an in-depth knowledge of accounting, costing, auditing, and taxation, whereas an MBA has got a more comprehensive study of managing a business in a volatile environment. So he will not necessarily look at the nitty-gritties of the Excel sheets, but yes, this is whatever I will be saying will be more from a most of the time perspective. You will have CAs who will comprehensively manage business in a volatile environment. You will have MBAs who will get into the nitty-gritties of budgeting, costing, forecasting. So again, it depends, but that's what the market perception. In terms of cost, MBA costs you significantly more than CA. We'll come to the specific cost later. Plus, if you're going for an MBA after doing your CA, you are trading your employment for the classroom for a couple of years. So at a fresher level, let's say you can start with a salary of 12 lakhs per annum as a chartered accountant. So it's 24 lakh rupees of opportunity cost as well. However, remember that cracking the CAT is perceived to be so difficult in India that once you do that and gain admission into a prestigious college, you have 100% collateral free loans. So here is something so interesting. So if you look at the CA course fee, CPT, IPCC, article registration, final registration, IT training, 35 hours orientation, GMCS 1, GMCS 2. Overall, it's 45,000 and the exam fees is 4350. So 49,350 is all the CA Institute takes from you to help you become a chartered accountant. Compare this with an MBA. So the IIMs roughly take around 20 lakh rupees for the 2-year program, and these were the fee structure in 2015, where IIM Ahmedabad took 18.5 lakh rupees and the average placement was 20.4 lakhs. IIM Bangalore again 20.2. C is relatively cheaper. FMS Delhi is for those who really do not have that wherewithal in terms of the economic prowess, because all it takes to do an MBA from FMS for 2 years is just rupees 1 lakh. It's part of Delhi University. XLRI again 17 lakhs. SPJN is 14.5 lakhs. MDI is 17 lakhs. IIFT 14 lakhs. IIM Indore 13. Kozhikode 13. IMI Delhi 15. IMT Ghaziabad 15. NMIMS 15. TAPMI 14. NITI around 8.4. Again, this Jamnalal Bajaj is at 2 lakhs. KJ Somaiya is around 10 lakhs, and the new IIMs are in the range of 10 to 12 lakhs. This is as per a survey conducted by Hindu Business Line last year. So compare this with 49,350 rupees, and it's very clear that in case you do not have the economic wherewithal, MBA will be the cost of doing an MBA will be one of the biggest roadblocks in your decision making process. However, I will again say that in case you manage to crack the CAT and get into a premier school, you'll get 100% collateral free loans at concessional rates of interest, or concessional is like SBI marginal cost of lending plus 25 pips. So it comes somewhere around 8.5%. And you get a 30% tax shield on that under section 80. So effectively, you are funding your MBA at a cost of around 6.5%. Entry barrier, I think this is very important. The CA necessarily does not have any entry barrier. So you'll have people from all walks of life, all hierarchies of society wanting to get into CA. So that is very good. It does not have any reservation per se. In an MBA, you will have 50% of the seats reserved as per the government mandate. However, still, in the general category, getting into an MBA is definitely one of the toughest things to do in India, given the kind of competition that we have. And the proxy for that in the CA space will be a fresher who scored a rank in CA IPCC as well as in final, plus has completed his or her articleship from the Big Four. And otherwise, one of the challenges in the CA thing is that you will have people from ranging from first attempt to n number of attempts. So people generally keep appearing for the CA final exams. They have not put any restrictions whatsoever. So it might so happen that when I had gone for my GM6, one of my fellow batchmates was someone who had 2 kids already. He was aged around 50, so he was appearing for CA final for the last n number of years. So then the market also kind of differentiates you on the basis of the number of attempts that you take. So if you look at CA, so if you look at the academic levels, it starts with foundation, goes for intermediate and then final. So recently there's been this revised scheme of CAs with effect from 1st of July, where what they've done is that they've changed the name of CPT into foundation. In intermediary, they will have cost accounting and financial management as 2 different subjects. The duration of the course, they've increased it from 9 months to 12 months. ITSM, which was one of the villain courses and students used to flunk it left, right, center, has been removed. And same with ISCA, that's the Information Systems and Control Audit, has been removed from final. And in the final, you will have now capital markets and financial services, subjects which fascinate chartered accountants because they feel that this will be the launchpad into the investment banking space. That's been the revised scheme. So today, in terms of the subjects, in the foundation level, you will have 1 paper on accounting, 1 on business law and business correspondence and reporting, 60-40. Business maths and logical reasoning and statistics. So now this is the new part, logical reasoning, something more in alignment with CAT, 100 marks, where you have business maths and reasoning as 60 marks and statistics as 40 marks. And then business economics and business and commercial knowledge is again 100 marks. Now paper 3 and 4 are going to be objective type with negative marking, and the passing percentage will be 50% in aggregate and 40% in each subject in one go. In IPCC, you will have an in-depth knowledge of accounting, laws, cost and management accounting, taxation, and then advanced accounting, auditing and assurance, enterprise information systems and strategic management, and then financial management economics for finance. So this is the new subject that earlier they had cost and FM combined together. At the final level, you have in group 1 financial reporting, then SFM, which is called MAFA in our times, advanced auditing and law. What you study in paper 5 in group 2 is costing. Paper 6 is you'll have a host of electives, risk management, international taxation, economic laws, financial services and capital markets, global financial reporting standards, multidisciplinary case study. So this is the new addition. Paper 7 is direct tax and international tax, and paper 8 will be indirect tax. Now, if you come to an MBA, there are 2 components to this where I would like to structure it. One is cracking the CAT, which is so very difficult in our country, because if you look at the number of candidates who applied over the years, that trend is reducing, but still this computer based test has got more than 2 lakh people appearing for this exam. So these are people who have appeared, and around 90% of them actually take the exam. And this multiple choice non-MCQ type questions on QA, VARC and DLR, that's all data intelligence. So you have 138 cities where 2,32,434 applicants, out of which 1,95,000 appeared for the exam in 2016 for 4,000 seats in the IIMs and several more in various other B schools. So the competitive intensity. So if you let's say 1,95,000 and 400 of them make it to the IIMs, so you can understand it's like 0.25% of the applicant pool came to IIM Ahmedabad. So the market accordingly places a very high premium on one getting into such B schools. And they will also take a holistic consideration of your scores. So the 10th standard score, they will take the 12th standard score, the CAT score, gender diversity factor. This is IIM Indore's published thing, and so they will have a composite score. And basis that they are going to draw a bell curve, normalize data, and then try to see whether you want to get it into. So this entrance race is something which is very challenging with respect to an MBA. Unless you've got very good skills across English and quant logical reasoning, you will find it difficult to crack the CAT or the ZAT or NMAT, SNAP, IIFT. Because then you will have to top it up. Once you crack the CAT and are shortlisted, you will have this AWT, academic writing test, and the personal interview. So CAT is not an entrance exam, it's an elimination exam. Talking about India, so outside it's a very different ball game. You'll have applicants to admits as a very reasonable sum, but here it's like 0.25%. In India, 2 lakh people attempt CAT. These schools typically have 240 to 800 seats for a batch for which they want to interview. So eventually, final selections to VAT, writing aptitude test, and PI calls is around 1:5 or 1:9 depending on the B school. So to get those 1500 people out of 2 lakhs is the tool. And so the cutoffs for IIMs are actually so high. If you look at what are the best schools as per business time. So IIM Ahmedabad, Calcutta, Bangalore, XLRI Jamshedpur, IIM Lucknow, MDI Gurgaon, SPJ in Mumbai, FMS Delhi, IIM Kozhikode, then Narsimhaji. These are the top 10, followed by a host of other colleges. So if you really want to get into these top 20 colleges, IIFT, IMT Ghaziabad, IIT Bombay, SIMB Pune, SIBM Pune, NITI Mumbai, IMI Delhi, TAPMI. So these are the real colleges in case. So MBA में one thing is that you'll have a गली का नुक्कड़ वाला है. MBA school का MBA also. You'll have a Sikkim Manipal University's MBA also, which does done correspondence. That is also an MBA, and IIM Ahmedabad is also an MBA. So one has to be very circumspect about where does one do an MBA from. So just junk the idea of doing an MBA from a gali ka nukkad wala college or doing it from correspondence. It is much better that if you go for an chartered accountancy. And now we will compare what we studied in CA. So CA, it was about financial reporting, SFM, auditing, corporate laws, strategic cost, taxation. What about MBA? In an MBA, this is a typical PGP cycle for IIM Ahmedabad. In term 1, they start with learning the basic concepts and imbibing analytical. So it's a very functional level kind of a thing. It really will not be the pace at which it goes. So, for example, accounting is a 15-session course. Each session is 1.5 hours. So effectively, the professor is giving you 22.5 hours to help you understand the nitty-gritties of financial reporting. Top it up with the assignments and the case studies and the subscribed test. But in CA, Praveen Sharma will effectively, let's say a tuition teacher, will take 200 hours to coach you for CA final accounting. So that's where, it's the depth matters a lot. In term 2, you understand the interdependencies, and term 3 goes. Then you have a summers program. Then a lot of them want to take up entrepreneurship, so that's a compulsory course in second year. Then you have a host of electives. So the kind of specialization that can happen in a B school will happen during the second year. First year you just run through the course. The pace is really amazing. Most people what they said, IIM Ahmedabad, for example, is that if you survive PGP 1, that's the first year of PGP, you can survive anything. You have an exchange program, and that's how it happens. So the kind of subjects that one studies is at a breaking speed. It's like FRA, financial markets, HRM, individual dynamics, legal aspects of business, managerial computing, microeconomics, marketing, probability statistics, written analysis and communication, OB induction, costing, decision, this. So host of subjects. So idea here is to equip you with a broad understanding of any subject, so that the idea is to equip you with the concepts so that you can run a company. You do not have to become an expert in financial reporting. You do not have to become an expert in macroeconomics. You do not have to become an expert in government systems and policy processes, but you need to have a very broad overview. So that's where this whole thing changes. In the second year again, then you have specialization. So you can take 3 electives on business policy or 4 on economics, and a lot of people become entrepreneurs, and so entrepreneurship is a compulsory course now on. Now if this is IIM Ahmedabad, this is IIM Calcutta. Again, they have corporate finance, behavioral science, marketing management, microeconomics, statistics for management, Indian economy and political history, environment and development, qualifying mathematics, cost management, macro, risk, corporate finance. So many. You just run through the course, but you will get a very good basic idea of each course because of the case study methodology. And then in the second year, you will have specialization across CA. So for example, finance, you will have such wonderful financial modeling will be taken up as a subject. Infrastructure finance, commodity finance, business valuation, options, futures and derivatives. You have an entire subject on this. Project finance, fixed income, which might be just one chapter of CA, or bank management. So that's where you really specialize. Again, we've seen there. You can specialize in agri management in an MBA, production and quantitative methods in an MBA. So the breadth and the depth will be different, and the pedagogy is also different because they use a mix of lectures, case study, simulation. So in our e-school, we had a capstone business school study where we used to compete as part of simulation. So we were given X million pounds of business, and we used to take decisions on the computer, and we used to compete with these schools across the globe. So I'll have to decide on what capacities I built up, what will be my selling price, how much inventory will I keep, and then I throw that into the system. System then populates my business performance and comes up with what I have done at the end of round 1. So this really sharpens your business acumen. You visit industries. This is rural immersion program. So I know one girl who was part of this rural immersion, went to the interiors of Sikkim, saw the plight of farmers who were doing organic farming, not getting enough market access to their products, and then launched a startup called Parvata Foods. Her name is Siddhi Kandani. She's from Calcutta, and today in organic farming, she's one of the most renowned names in the country, with even Mr. Modi mentioning about her in Man Ki Baat, and she's become the talk of the town. So that's how it changes. You'll have these faculties, full-time and visiting faculties. So this classroom interaction, which in the CA is more related to interacting with your coaching center teachers who have a very strict mindset, here it's far more. So you'll have around 100 professors, in fact more than them if you look at the full-time and visiting faculty, who are there to mentor you. So the B School campus experience is something which makes a difference. You participate actively in offerings outside the classroom. There will be conferences. You'll have a Shashi Tharoor coming to college. You'll have an Indra Nui giving a talk. You'll have internships. So I did, for example, an internship with HUL into the forex systems. You'll have field studies. So you'll go to Vadilal, visit their ice cream factory, look at what are their supply chain problems. You'll have a host of these student clubs, Beta Club related to finance, even sky gazing club. There's an astronomy club. There will be cultural clubs. There are a host of these clubs. So you get to see that big picture beyond your chosen functional specialty, and I think in real life that also matters a lot. And so spending 2 years surrounded by several hundred high energy overachieving peers, because you get more humble when you spend time on a campus, because everyone is a topper. Everyone is from IIT Kharagpur, one is from Delhi School of Economics, one is from an SRCC, you are from some Xavier's, someone is from BITS Pilani. So it's a very humbling experience. You collaborate, you socialize, and that experience is quite exhilarating. Top it up with the MBA alumni network, which is a gift that keeps on giving. So it's an incredible resource because there are these local chapters where alumni are set up. So for example, if you graduated from IIM Bangalore, you'll have a chapter for IIM Bangalore in Calcutta where you'll have a lot of alums coming there, and because of the common thread of IIM Ahmedabad or IIM Bangalore or IIM Calcutta or XLRI or FMS, you can engage and get a lot of loyalty in a B school. People are willing to actually help each other. You'll have subject matter expertise. So yesterday I had some challenges around understanding the textile industry impact with GST rates kicking in. So I could simply call up an alum and he was more than happy, and that guy actually runs a 1,000 crore company. But because he's from IIMs and I'm also from IIMs, he simply answered my question at 10 o'clock in the night. You have access to human and financial capital, decision makers, so many decisions that one needs to take. You can simply go up to a veteran, they'll be more than happy just because of the common connect of the B school. Career help when you want to change jobs, and simply reliving the joy at these various events that happen. Now at placements, again, what I would say is that at a fresher level, significantly better entry options are there for an MBA from a top tier college. Comparable opportunities will be in the CA space for a fresher with a rank in CA, IPCC in final, plus articleship from Big Four. So this combo can even land up in a Marico at 23 lakhs plus housing, at a Reckitt Benckiser at 26 lakhs, at an ITC at 20 lakhs, and HUL at 24 lakhs, and Olam International at 80 lakhs Singapore posting. But this will be a very small segment. Even among the 50 rank holders, hardly 20 in each term will get such premier jobs. Then it simply drops to 12, 10, 9, 8 lakhs per annum. There, the difference is the MBA because of significantly streamlined placement opportunities. So this is the ICI campus placement data. So if you look at the recent trend, they have generally around 1200 jobs in the market. So March 17, they ended up placing 30% of the 4200 candidates who had offered themselves for the campus. Last term, because it was 8,770 people, they could place only 15% people. This is a bit self-defeating because after 5 years, you really expect to land up with jobs. So see, 8,770 people wanting jobs, 1,279 getting it. So generally there are 1,200 to 1,300 jobs in the market through the campus placement process every term. And what are the jobs on offer? Primarily they'll be related to auditing, business support, like shared services, analytics, pricing, contracts, business finance, secretarial, FP&A, treasury and IR, controller, etc. Now we compare it with the MBA. I'm just not saying this is good or this is bad, just trying to give you a broad understanding. So if you look at the IIM PGP placement reports, 110 firms made an offer in the placement process for 2016. What are the recruiters? Accenture Strategy, Alvarez and Marshall, A.T. Kearney, Bain and Company, Deloitte, McKinsey, Oliver Wyman, Roland Berger Strategy, Boston Consulting Group. In BFSI, you had Ivendus Capital, Barclays, Citi, Credit Suisse, DB, GS, HSBC. Then you had VC and P firms such as Abu Dhabi Capital, Matrix Partners. In sales and marketing, you'll have people taking up roles in Asian Paints, HUL, ITC, Johnson & Johnson, L'Oreal, Nestle, Pepsi, P&G, Reckitt Benckiser, SC Johnson, Shell, Vodafone, Wipro. Genman roles are offered by companies like Aditya Birla Group, Bharti Airtel, CK Birla Group, Lodha Group, Mahindra, Reliance ATG and TAS. In the e-commerce space, Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Scrimpler, Uber. And then even if you want to become an IT expert, you have roles in Google's, Microsoft's, Samsung's and Cognizant's of the world. And even if you want to specialize in pharmaceutical, you'll have a DRL and GlaxoSmithKline coming with you. So Accenture Strategy takes 18 people. Accenture takes 0 people in strategy from CA fresher thing. Apart from Accenture, Bain BCG takes 16-17 people, McKinsey makes 11 offers, Yes Bank makes 9 offers, GS makes 7 offers. GS takes an MBA for the Bombay front end role. It takes a chartered accountant for the back office role in Bangalore. PNG, they'll take 1 or 2 chartered accountants every year. Here they take 8 only from IIM Ahmedabad. So that's where the challenge is in terms of, an entrepreneurship. You have a mentoring support, 8 people out of placement. They have a placement holidays where they can set up their ventures. If they fail, they can come back in any of the next 2 years back to the institute and just will get placed. Look at the salary heads, min, max, median. So I'll look at the median numbers. Fixed salaries 17 lakhs, one-time cash 2 lakhs, guaranteed cash is 19, and with variable it's 21 lakhs. In the international placements, the earning potential becomes $65,000 with a max of $1,53,000 and a fresher B school graduate getting a maximum salary of 48 lakhs. So that's the magic boss. At the purchasing power parity, you have a median salary of total earning potential as $90,000. And you'll have people across sectors. So consulting, let's say 104 people, the median salaries is 22 lakhs. In BFSI, which a lot of finance people want to get in, it's 18 lakhs. Conglomerates pay you 15-30. Telecom pays you 13. So that's how it stacks up, and the cash components are also very high. Come to IIM Bangalore again, BCG takes 20, GS 14, McKinsey takes 13 people, Amazon takes 12 people, Accenture Strategy 12, Bain 10, ABG 10, Deloitte 10, AT Kearney 9, EXL 10, you have A&M taking 5. So just look, PNG took 7 there, 8 there, 7 here, and the median salary is again 21 lakhs, the average salary is 21.42. Overseas, the median salary is 46 lakhs. You look at IIM Calcutta again. They have the largest number of placements in finance and analytics. They are, apart from consulting, marketing, ops, and GenMan. So 115 plus offers people get. There 30% in the CA campus get offers. Here 1% gets more than one offer. So yes, obviously, each and his own sets of merits and demerits. So look at all the big names: Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, BlackRock, American Express, Citibank, Credit Suisse, DB, Edelweiss, GS, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Yes Bank. Everyone makes a beeline to recruit students interested in finance from Anglia. And I'll have a host of CA freshers who crave, so I want to get into something good, but I don't have. 25 front-end IB VC PE roles were offered to students of IIM Calcutta. In the analytics, EXL is a big time recruiter. Then PPOs and all, so you'll have all these McKinsey, Bain, BCG, AT Kearney, A&M, Accenture, Deloitte. Marketing stills, all these FMCGs make a beeline: HUL, P&G, J&J, L'Oreal, ITC, RB, Nestle, Mondelez, Pepsi, Coke, Star and all. GenMan again, the same names: TAS, Alshaya, Kuwait and all. XLRI again, 2017 placements, average CTC 21.8 in marketing, in ops 26.5, batch average 19 lakhs. That's how it is. SP Jain, it completed its 2017 program, highest salary 39.5 lakhs. B school fresher from campus, average salary rose to 20.9 lakhs. 90% received offers of 15 lakhs or more. Median salary 20 lakhs. These numbers speak for themselves. 114 companies on campus to had the 229 participants. So these people are treated as creme de la creme, and all the top-notch companies come and make a beeline. FMS, the only college in India which makes an MBA dream possible at a cost of 1 lakh rupees. Look at the kind of companies which come there. AB Inser, EY, Deloitte, all the big names. And compensation, super compensation. Highest domestic salary 54 lakhs. Overseas CTC 1 lakh 50. Average CTC of the top 50% of the class 26.4 lakhs. So median is 20 lakhs, average for men, average for women, average of top 30. It's 20 times the sum of money that you've paid on an RO on your CA. Freshers get 18.2 and greater than 48 months get 18.1. So market kind of discounts you for having more than 4 years because you need to unlearn a lot. Market typically likes you to do an MBA within 1 to 2 years or at the max 3 to 4 years of your post-qualification experience. So here is compensation profiles, and this is the MDI Gurgaon. Again, 343 students, 143 companies coming here, and 18.9 is the average salary. Internationally, it is $80,700. Highest CTC 28.74, average CTC 19.25. You'll have further breakups for the two segments of HRM. So that's how the cookie crumbles in terms of Gen Man, finance. You have all the big names coming here: sales and marketing, human resource. Even if you look at ICFI Hyderabad, 1053 people. How many of them get placed on campus? 96%. Average CTC 6.79, with the highest being 12.79 in the domestic, and ISB, IBS. We're not looking at the 1 year course today or shorter time. So which is better? So it is purely based on an interest in the area that you wish to work on. The scope of work for a CA is mainly in the field of accounting finance, where MBAs are more diversity to choose from. There are both CAs and MBAs who have climbed up the ladder and reached higher positions. Though we might say that yes, in certain areas like iBanking, financial consulting, M&A, MBA will certainly be preferred because of the holistic skill set. Instances where CAs have picked up new skills on the job, so CAs actually get into investment banking, private equity, and therefore maybe will have MBAs reported to them. So it will completely be individual specific based, and there are some CAs who also go for international B schools. So a lot of it will depend on what is your nature of job, what are the related responsibilities, what is the learning that is involved. So does the CA and an MBA combination provide an extra edge? An MBA is worthy if you do it from the IIMs or the reputed B schools. Don't do it from the Gali Ka Nukkad Wala college, because you need to pay the course fee plus 2 years of opportunity cost if you're doing it immediately after CA. If you're doing it after CA Inter, you're dropping articleship and going, well, that's a risk that you are taking. But you are partly hedged because you've cleared 2 levels. If that works out fine, otherwise you can come back and complete your level 3 of CA, that's the CA final, and become a chartered accountant. I know people who've done that. So plan your preparations for CAT probably in such a way that you could appear for it in the year of completing your CA. So you clear your CA in the exam for the May, you prepare for exams, results come out in June. November you take the CAT and start your MBA from April. Or probably first year can be just a practice and next year you take it more seriously, and so by the time you land up in your B school you have 1.5 years of post qualification work also. So an MBA is a good long term investment. It adds immensely to your knowledge about how businesses work because of the case study method, helps you get things done, gives you exposure to a lot of campus politics. So you learn how to fight with the worst of the people in the world, the best of the people, the worst of the people. You have friends, you have enemies, a very strong phone book. So that's how it is. So if you look at CAs, CAs, every college has a different criteria, but fairly most of them except IIM Calcutta will give you some extra preference for being a CA. So this was the pattern in which there were 20 CAs who were called for various IIMs. I got this info online. So 10th, 12th, graduation, everything is populated. WorkX is 0, 4, 2, 20 months, and this was a CAT percentile, and that's how we did it. And remember, an MBA education need not and should not end at graduation. So most people tend to evaluate the efficacy of an MBA by the starting salary. That's not a 40-year journey. A lot of things can happen. So 40 years offers dividends that enhance your life professionally, personally, far beyond your expectations. So I have this blog called My MBA Story. So for example, Yogesh, he's my batchmate. So he took CA Inter, cleared it with a rank, and then went to IIM Bangalore. That's what his story says. It's about finding your strengths and introspecting on what you really want to achieve in life. He did it in 2008. Then came back, completed his chartered accountancy, and now is an AVP at Deutsche Bank. Earlier worked at Citi and HSBC. Rajesh Beriwal, again he's from my same school, Don Bosco. He took CA Inter, cleared it, exceptional student, Xaverian, then went to IFT. Joined Citi, is working in Citi, so he says take up an MBA with some clear thinking and definite goal attached to the decision. Just cannot be random shooting in the dark. Aditya Bansal, he's a CA rank holder, single digit from Jaipur, worked for 5-6 years, then did the 1 year MBA from Ahmedabad. So what does he say? Be patient and invest in developing your thought process in a unique and unparalleled way. So it's about investing in the way you perceive the world. Mr. Giri Giridhar, he is a chartered accountant and MBA from 1987 batch of IIM Ahmedabad. So today he is the senior finance person in Indian Hotels. So he says go to an MBA with an open mind. It's a rigorous course that will certainly ensure that you come out as a person with broader horizons. Anand Sundar, again CSCS, ICWA triplet, single digit ranks, all with ranks, and IIM Ahmedabad class of 2012. So he says the power to appreciate diversity plus the usual repertoire of strong relationships, experiential learning, alumni network and brand value. All that an MBA college gives you. So this lady is a chartered accountant, worked with McKinsey as a CA and then went to IE Business School Spain, and she says that be very clear when I interviewed her. That be clear, very clear, I have a very decent idea of what you want from an MBA. That was Ayushi. So she is a company secretary, cleared CA final in 2011, worked with Deloitte and corporate finance team of McKinsey and then went to do an MBA at IE Business School Spain. Now she has joined Parthenon Consulting, which is of the ENY. And this is one guy who's CA All India 6, worked with and then completed his international CFA, worked with Deloitte and CRISIL, and now is joining IIM Bangalore class of 2019 from the 15th of this month. So the idea is that a lot of chartered accountants today have interviewed people who are now going to Harvard, someone is going to IE Business School, someone is going to INSEAD. People are taking the 1 year MBA at ISB, 1 year MBA at IIM Ahmedabad, 2 year MBA at ABC, XLRI. Idea is to equip yourself. So I think instead of the or CA or MBA, the question should be how can I optimize and do both CA and an MBA, and then become a formidable force in the job market with something awesome. So thanks a lot. I have actually stretched it to more than 40 minutes, but I really wanted to present a holistic view because I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube. Everyone gives Gyan as if they are some godfathers and they will speak and people will listen. I always want to speak with data speaking more, then again, which is a byproduct of coming out of a B school. So any questions, please leave your queries in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to help. Thank you so much, and please subscribe to the channel to keep updating yourself with all about this session. Thank you.